Tomorrow, the first update of 2017 lands for Rainbow Six Siege, the new Velvet Shell DLC. It's one of 4 coming this year and brings with it a new map and 2 new operators, as well as a host of other changes. And because it's a Spanish-themed DLC, it's of course set in Ibiza. Let's get into the cool stuff first, the new operators. First, we've got Jackal, an attacker. I talked about him a little bit a few days ago when we got some tidbits of info, but now it's all clarified. It's actually worth going over again real quick. He's a medium speed, medium armour operator and actually has access to no less than 3 main weapons: the PD-9 SMG, the C7E assault rifle and the ITA-12L shotgun. His main ability is all about tracking, and Jackal's special ability is a visor called the Inox that allow him to see enemy footprints on the ground. Footprints are also left for 90 seconds, which is quite a long time. Not only that, but if he scans the footprints, he'll be told which operator left them, and they're going to be pinged on the 3D HUD for all of his team to see. Each ping marks the position every 10 seconds for 30 seconds in total. What's interesting is that the hotter the colour temperature of the footprints, the more recently that they were put there. So if you see some red footprints, then they mean they are very recent and the enemy is probably still around and very close by. And this makes for an interesting operator because this guy's an attacker, so he's definitely going to make it hard for roamers to do their job effectively. One thing to note though is that he won't be able to track Kavira's footprints while she's using Silent Step. I think that these two could butt heads quite a lot in the new meta. He also gets limited scans, just to clarify, 3 in fact. And the defenders get the new operator called Mirror, and this is the operator I see being used the most because she's got something very unique that offers up a ton of new possibilities. Mirror is a low speed, high armor operator, but she comes equipped with possibly one of the most iconic SMG weapons ever, the Vector 45. She can also have the ITA-12L shotgun, but let's be honest, we all love the Vector, and with it being such a high rate of fire weapon, it's probably going to be super effective in a game like Rainbow Six Siege. But don't worry though, because if you are having shotgun withdrawals, you can also get a shotgun secondary. Yikes. Okay, but what is her ability? Well, Mirror has available 2 gadgets called Black Mirrors that she can deploy directly onto reinforced walls. Once deployed, it creates a rectangle shaped hole that is protected by bulletproof one-way glass. That's right, one-way glass, so you can only see through it from the side that it was deployed on. As a defender, she can place down the gadget and see directly through the hole for any attacking players. Of course, on their side it will just be a completely black window and they won't be able to know if anyone is looking at them or spotting them. One quick call from a defender playing on the objective to a roaming teammate and the enemy could be history. But there's also a weakness to the window, a bit of a drawback, but also a cheeky benefit at the same time I think. On the defender's side of the window is a gas canister. If it's shot, the window will drop, leaving a big unprotected hole that you can shoot through. Now say you're a defender and you see an attacker pushing, you could easily just shoot the canister really quickly and get a free kill. But if you don't place the window properly, an attacker could perhaps peek through a window or an unprotected wall with line of sight and shoot the canister, and then boom, all of a sudden it's a huge advantage for the attackers because they can see more into the objective. It's very much a risk-reward sort of gadget, and I think this will heavily rely on smart placement, and I'm really interested to see how the meta plays out with this one. And just to let you know that no operator can shoot through this, not even glass, but it can still be destroyed by Hibana or Thermite, although I'm not sure any Thermite would be brave enough to get right up to that window and place a charge in front of it. I know I probably wouldn't. And of course it wouldn't be a new Rainbow Six DLC without a new map, and this time, as I mentioned earlier, it's set in Ibiza on a map called Coastline. It's kind of like a holiday resort. 2-story bright looking hotel on a small island, and visually it looks very nice, as do a lot of the new maps to be fair. What's interesting is that there is a central courtyard that defenders can actually move into without being marked. I'm not quite sure how that's going to play out, but it's going to make the gameplay very interesting for sure. One of the biggest changes you'll notice with this content drop is the brand new user interface. Gone is the old menu system, replaced with a new one that's far smoother and more intuitive. Challenges, boosters and your player character screen will all now be in easy to reach places, and it certainly looks much better visually. And with this you'll also notice that the rank display is now changed to make it much easier to determine what ranks players are. I for one had a hard time telling the difference between say Platinum 1 and Platinum 3. Now those specific colours and numbers will make it much easier to quickly know what rank a player is. There's also been a small change to the way sights are positioned in your first person camera. The long and short of it is, say you're using a red dot sight on 2 different weapons, the viewing position or distance from the actual sight may differ. The game now aims to make certain sights across all weapons much more similar to give a better experience when switching between operators and characters. And on top of all this, there's been 2 changes to character loadouts. Capitao has had his frag grenades replaced by Claymore, and it seems that IQ has stolen those grenades to replace her stun grenades. A change that I noticed Reddit was not too all pleased about, it has to be said. Capitao still has his stun grenades, so now he's got 1 Claymore and 3 stuns, and IQ has 2 frag grenades and 3 breaching charges. As well as all of that, you can expect fresh weapon skins, a new elite set for Rook that makes him look like Buzz Lightyear, and lots of other general gameplay fixes. Also remember, the map is going to be free for all. So there we have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little update video on Rainbow Six Siege Velvet Shell. If you did, give me that thumbs up button, that would be incredible. Let me know how many of you guys are playing Rainbow Six Siege at the moment, because from what I can tell, it's had a big resurgence in player numbers recently. Yes, that's probably due to the free weekend, but I can definitely see the popularity of the game picking up. Once again, if you enjoyed the video, do leave a like. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. I love you lots, and I'll see you in the next one.